Good morning. It is April 4th, 2024, and it's a Thursday. And everything is covered in snow. Let me show you. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Look at this. It was spring yesterday. Pile of dirty dishes here. Well, the one is fresh. I just ate breakfast. Yeah, not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. Here in Sherbrooke is -2 degrees Celsius, 29 degrees Fahrenheit. It's still supposed to be snowing. A little bit. It's windy. A northeasterly wind of 22 kilometers an hour, with wind gusts at 33 kilometers an hour. Have that 2 miles. 14 miles an hour, and then 21 mile an hour gusts. Just not feeling it. I did not get enough sleep. It's like if I know that I have to get up in the morning, I just won't sleep. I just won't sleep, or I'll sleep very little. But I resisted the temptation of just getting out of bed. And I mean, look, I went to bed too late. I did not practice very good habits before going to bed. I mean, I did take a shower. Sure, it helps me relax, but other than that, not good. I did wake up in the middle of the night. I'm scratching my eczema on my foot, and I shouldn't. So I had sort of a stomach ache. So I ate too much too late. I ate just a bunch of potatoes, which was hard to digest. But then, I took a piss, and then I popped a pimple in my right here on my mustache, and it felt really good. I mean, I actually had a sort of hair where the sort of area, the follicles, like I guess like hard, sort of, you know, at the like root of the hair, if that makes sense. It's a hard little ball. I pulled it out, and yet I could still see that it was inflamed. I could see some white, and so I did a lot of pushing, and then a bunch of pus came out. It felt really good. Sorry to all the people who think that's gross, but I found it very satisfying. Really into like, I'm not saying this like it's a positive thing, but I'm really into skin picking and pimple popping and stuff like that. But it's not good. It's like a compulsive thing. Today I'm thinking about the band. Sorry. Today I'm thinking about the band Washer. Um, Sorry, I just ate quickly. Which I was recommended their latest song. It's called "Came Back as a Bug." That's what it's called. No. Let's see. Yeah, "Came Back as a Bug," which is really good. I went to watch it, like listen to it and watch the video the other day, but I was eating and I have this thing where like if I see like bugs or like gross stuff while I'm eating, I mean I guess it's probably not that uncommon, but if I just like even if I just like see it, sorry, even if somebody's just like talking about it or mentioning it, it grosses me out. And the song was good, and so I got their this recent album called Improved Means to Deteriorated Ends, which is good. I listened to it yesterday. I am thinking about the song The Waning Moon, which is the second song on the album. And I find it particularly interesting because, I was talking yesterday about the Spirit of the Beehive and how they have just a very unique approach and unique sound. Can't find anywhere else. Well, this band Washer sounds a lot like the band Pile, which is a band that I like a lot. um, like a lot. And Pyle have had like an audible influence, like or like an obvious influence on independent rock music to a certain extent. I mean, like if you like Pyle, you really like Pyle. They've changed a lot over the years, and there's stuff that I like less. I mean, my, I guess probably it's hard to say if my favorite album is Magic Isn't Real or why don't I just talk about Pyle? I'll talk about Pyle. I could talk a little bit about Washer. Essentially, Washer are very clear, at least to me, very, very clear. No. I think this is something that is recognizable to anybody who knows Pyle. Very heavily influenced by Pyle. They're a bit more unhinged, loose in a good way. But I thought it was just really cool to see this band that, or any band that is heavily influenced by something that is just super specific, so you can't. It's sort of like bands who are like super influenced by OCs. If you like OCs, you're gonna like really, really be into it probably, and incorporate some of that sound, and not just incorporate some of that sound, want to make more stuff that sounds like that. I mean, it's a big part of the motivation to make music. I mean, I think there are several sort of branches to anybody's individual motivation, but a big part of it is like wanting to make art that resembles the stuff that you like. And so, but also not just copying it is good and is tough and takes time, I think. I think it's also just cool that like most people go through that copying phase earlier on in their art making path, but like they're copying, but they're also sort of suck, and so they're not going to be able to get close enough to what they're trying to copy sounds like for it to be any good, or sometimes even sound like it. But along the way will slowly but surely develop their own voice and their own style. Which is why I just find it so disappointing when, you have artists who really just sound like the most recent one. But I think this was different because it was like a pragmatic. It was a very strange move, which doesn't seem to have worked that well since I haven't heard about this person since. I forgot her name, which is good because I don't want to say her name. There's this artist who like reinvented herself, but the way she reinvented herself was Aldous Harding. She like took this, like I listened to part of her album, and it was uncanny because it's the arrangements were pretty much almost identical, and like Aldous Harding has a characteristic minimalism to her arrangements. And the song structures were pretty much the same. She would like play with her voice and like try to sound like Aldous Harding, but also do a lot of the vocal idiosyncrasies of Aldous Harding. It was very bizarre. And then I watched a video where she was clearly like also aping the visual style, the very distinct visual style of Aldous Harding. And I found it to be such a fascinating angle to try to take. Like, is it rage bait? Because anybody... Basically, it's just because, like, Aldous Harding was well-known enough, is well-known enough, that I think enough people who are into that style of, like, independent rock and folk music would immediately see, like, hey, I've seen this before. Oh, yeah, that's Aldous Harding. But she's also, like, not that popular. And, like, I can understand, copying just if you're gonna straight up copy something that's super popular, because often the people, not to denigrate those people, but it's like with the broadest audience. I think aside from certain artists, most people aren't going to give a shit. Like, for example, like if somebody's copying Taylor Swift or Beyonce, which a ton of people do but go unnoticed, but if like somebody were to rise more to prominence, I think there would definitely be pushback from those communities because those are very like, deeply entrenched fan bases. But pop has always been about copying, which is good, which is totally fine. It's about um, like like a ton of very quick permutations, um, mutations, but in this case, Washer is just different enough. I'm glad. And some artists start off more as copies and eventually get better. I'll think I'm thinking definitely of I saw this really cringe-worthy video of Frankie and the Witch Fingers, who are, you know, I believe quite successful now in that sort of rock scene. But the like lead singer guitarist was dressed up as John Dwyer, and it was disconcerting, and it made me cringe AF. He had the short shorts on, and his guitar was up here, and same haircut, and I'm like, dude, like, and at the time they sounded a lot like OCs. It's like, dude, man, just fucking, I don't have to go that far. But I've listened to them again and given them another chance, and they've definitely developed into something more interesting. Gonna go make music with Bob, or at least listen to his album and see what we have left to do. Then I gotta go to work from 4 to 8, but I'm gonna really try to finish early, because if I can finish early, then I can go and play Magic the Gathering. But I might not be able to, and it's fine. I'd rather make money than spend money at this point. So Pile, let's choose a Pile song. Let's go ahead and choose a Pile song. I'd rather talk about Pile. Watcher is good. Check him out. Check out that album. Maybe something from. Oh, it's Pile Music. No, it's Pile.bandcamp.com. That's good. Yeah. So, Hot Air Balloon EP is good. Their most recent one. All Fiction is grown on me. It's very, very different. Which is one thing I got to say about Pile. Pile put out a lot of stuff, but they've been around for a while. And Pile are a band that treat being artists as a job in the best possible way. And I say that as a compliment. They work really hard, consistently putting out very good music. They grind, they tour a ton, and they're also just like fantastic performers. It just the perfect example of people who work really, really hard because they make something good and people appreciate it and want to keep doing that and make a living doing that. So yeah, it's either Magic Isn't Real or You're Better Than This, which are my favorite albums. I think I'll do something off of Magic Isn't Real. Probably. I don't know. Let's go with the classic, Pets. It's a great song. I think it's one of the most. It's one of the better known songs. Pets by Pile off of the album Magic Isn't Real. Later today, it's gonna go up a bit, I guess, by a degree or two. Pretty much gonna be straight up at freezing. Straight up at freezing. Oh man. Yeah, 31, 32, 33 degrees, up to 35 degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit. Tonight. Yeah, so 1 degree. No, sorry, negative 1 degree going up to 0, going up to 1. It's going up to 2 degrees Celsius at 10 p.m. So yeah, no. Got a lot of stuff to do, and don't necessarily want to leave the house and go do it because it's snowy. Sun rose at 6:21 a.m. Shall set at 7:20 p.m. That's it for today. It's cloudy. It's snowing today. No beautiful blue skies and golden sunshine all along the way. Sorry to be negative. This has gone on for way too long. I need to get ready to leave. All right, everyone, do something.